Shadim Shari, August 24, 24. Let's see. Why is my stream not working properly? Good thing I checked into YouTube. I have a bad habit of ignoring logging into YouTube to see, so bear with me. Sometime Thinkorswim update the software and it messed up the setting. So let me see what's going on here. Let's see. I'm getting better at figuring it out. There was time when I couldn't figure it out for the longest time, but here we go. It's up and running. Alrighty, let's jump right into it. First up, VIX still elevated, but certainly came down from the big spike. Nothing, it's kind of in the mid-range. Certainly nothing to flash concern. Not yet. Certainly not flashing jump all in buy, right? It's kind of in the middle, so just be careful. Nothing to be concerned there. I'm not, if you get down to 12 and below, then you're gonna hear me expressing concern. But for now, it's all right. TLT. Not a surprise what's going on. I remember a couple weeks back when it dumped down here, I said there's still a chance to buy. If you want to add, 95 and below was a gift. Hopefully some people took it. I certainly took the chance to sell on this rise up here. I sold a few naked puts every week, and that's fine. Collect lunch money. It's as well as TLT performed this past month. Guess what? If you include in the 3% dividend, then it's up for the year. Okay, but given where it was at the end of the year, it's not even breaking even yet. So let's not even. It was a lot higher. Well, it was higher, not a lot. It was 99-ish at the end of the year. But if you factor in the 3% or so of dividend, then yes, it is barely up for the year. So it has a long way to go. Can it go up 10% between now and year end? Yeah, I say so. Yeah, it will provide the double-digit return in the next 6 months, in my opinion. All right, let's go to the indices. It has rebounded. DIA went up the least out of the 4 major indices, so it's not a surprise that it's back to the ref high, right? It's been here once, twice, 3 times. And where can it go? Can it go up to 417-ish? Yeah. And that would be the good time to maybe try a bear spread. That's how I would approach it for now. I'm doing nothing, but if we get up to 417, a bear spread, it might happen. Well, depend on how long it takes to get there, right? If we get there next week, yeah. In 2 or 3 weeks, as this channel keep going higher, it might be 418. So it's all by ears, okay? Just like the last time, the last 2 times it tests the channel, it was worth doing a short spread there. Not back here, not early in the year. If I believe I was shorting up here, and those was failures because it ride the channel high. It never take a breather until this and this and this. Okay, so we'll see. SPY. Almost. Okay, same thing. It's gonna be a repeating pattern with all the major indices. Okay, so nice rebound over the past 2.5, 3 weeks. Yeah, but it's up here. It's can it go higher? We'll see. Okay, we'll see. If it break 565, I'm not gonna short. Okay, the key is, would I short here? No. After it break the 52-week high and depend on how it behave after that, then perhaps there's a chance to short. But for now, no, absolutely a no touch. QQQ crashed harder and didn't rebound as well, but it's bounced off the 50. Okay, so it bounced off the 50. Can it climb itself back to the year high? I think so. I'm on record here to say that I think the high for the year for the QQQ might be in. That was a pretty beast move of 20% kind of move here. All right, since Christmas, since the end of the year, it has been a magical ride, and then it gave back a big chunk. It has bounced back basically 2/3 of the decline. Can it get back there? I think so, but breaking the all-time high, that's asking a lot. Okay, keep in mind the earnings season is basically over, with the exception of Nvidia for the most part, as far as the Max 7. So there's not a whole lot of catalysts to move the stock. Okay, so we'll see. But for now, I think it's definitely a no touch for me as far as shorting or buying. I did buy some QQQ for the long run down here, and I'm leaving it. I'm holding it. I have not trimmed one tiny share of the small QQQ position I bought in. I plan to add to it in the future. Where? Depends. IWM, I spoke about it yesterday. Nice rip off the consolidation gap fill area. Can it get back there? Yeah, it's possible that it can run. You know, small cap has lagged the big boy since Christmas. So can it run? Yeah. Well, it lagged the big boys, but it's not that far behind as far as DIA. It definitely lagged SPY, QQQ. Okay, but can IWM run up there? Yeah, it's possible. Would I consider shorting IWM up there? The answer is yes. If I see 230, might be worth doing a bear spread there. Okay. All right, let's move on to Max 7. Let's start out with the one I just talked about. Nvidia earning. It trade very TA wise. Okay, it's been bouncing between the two fib. On earning, it can rip. It could be a final rip to test the 52-week high. If that's the case, you betcha I'm gonna sell. So far, I trim. Let me think. Do the math in my head. I trim 12% of my holding that I bought on this nasty dive. Okay, so definitely nice gain so far, and I will trim at least 50% of what I have left if it go up there. Okay, starting right here. The last time I trimmed was 130. Okay, I had an order right at 130.35 or something like that, right at the fib. That was a one tiny trim, like 2% of my holding up there. And then I think the next one I have outstanding is 136.15. Okay, and then of course 141. So that's a two order. Another, I believe it's a fairly decent size trim, maybe 5% of my holding, and at least 15% of my holding up there. Between those two is 20% off. Okay, and then who knows what's next after that. But we'll be watching earning. Google is still my favorite of all the big stock. I did trim at 168 uh, on this day, and I did buy back 165, 164. I bought back the next day at 165, and then the next day at 164. I believe yesterday I also bought at 164. I think. I'm pretty sure I did. But yeah, it's I also sold put spread where 155. Okay, I did put spread last week. I did put spread for next week, and I will keep on doing put spread in that range. I might move it up depending on how it behaves. I might move it up to say 160, 155. But for now, I'm using the 200 MA as my protector on my puts. I get about 20 to 25 cents depending on when I sell them. So not bad. Meta, I trim, of course. 540. I think mine was 543 was the trigger that happened. Now, have I buy it back? No. Would I buy it back at down here? Yeah. Would I sell put spread 500? Yes, I did. I did 500 for I think 490. I do like a $10 spread down here, but I'm using, of course, I'm using the fib. I'm using the 20 and the 50 as my protector. Okay, so um, if you want to feel even safer, use the 100. So do a 490, 480 spread if there is any kind of juice. I think mine was, I think that's exactly what I sold was the 490, 480, something like that, because I know I want to use 3 level of protection on that one. But I do like Meta as well. I might change my tune once the end of the year is here, but I do think both Meta and Google still benefit a lot from ads money with the election coming in November. So it should be a banger of ad money for both platforms, at least through the election. After that, I don't know. I would be very wary of both going into next year, depending on the economy and ad spending. All right, next up, Apple. Nice recovery. It's a do nothing for me. Okay, I don't have any. Don't care to chase. I did have an order in to buy on this crash at the 100, and it almost got there, but never. That order is not gonna happen. Okay, so for now, it's a no touch. I'm not doing anything. If you have it, certainly the gap fill would be a trim at like 232 ish, right? And then if you want to do 234, that big zap is a bug zapper near my desk. It goes off once in a while. If you hear it in the background on some video, that's what it is. Yeah, but for sure, trim. Okay, if you get up anywhere into the all-time high. Amazon. Would I buy? Yeah, I'll buy down here. Okay, I would buy more. I nibble Amazon on this crash. I still hold on to everything. I'm in no hurry to trim. I like Amazon as well. I would put that maybe in the top three of my favorite Max 7. Would I buy 171.5? Yeah. Would I sell put spread down here 168, 165? Yeah. That's the, like I said, I don't mind using the channel low, which is 168.7 ish, lining up with the fib is the last line of defense. I don't. Sure, can Amazon crash down to channel low? Anything can happen. Okay, but if it does, it's a buy. Tesla. It's nah. I'm not interested in Tesla. Would I buy Tesla down here in the 195? Yeah, yeah, yes, I would. Yeah, yes, I would. But it's a volatile stock. Okay, that's all I gotta say. If you, not that I don't have strong stomach, it just had to come down to the level that I want to buy. If I miss it, I miss it. I missed it last time. Last time when on this dip here, just like with Apple, I had my order just down there. Barely missed it by I think like 25 cents or something like that. But I just missed the low. That would have been a sweet buy for a good 10, 15%, 20% move. But it is what it is. Netflix. Definitely not chasing here. I have nothing in Netflix. Okay, I have nothing, and yeah, on the big crash, I was looking to buy down here. Okay, using the MA, that didn't happen. So nothing to do here. Wait for it to come down. Earnings season is over. Okay, it's over. So, but I like Netflix. It's a strong one. But as far as where it is right now, is nah, it's a no touch. Okay, let's go real quick on some old tech before we move on. IBM near the all-time high. It's definitely a no touch. Adobe, um, definitely a trim up here. Okay, I trim a little bit, and would I trim up at the 580? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Would I? I'm glad I bought on this dump, and I have trimmed twice so far on this rebound, and I would trim more. Cisco, yeah, nothing you can do. It's miss it and it's running. Okay, it's running, but it's I would not chase it here. It's testing all the range. Okay, it's testing. It's testing. Okay, it's from here to here. All the okay. Let me draw in the zone so that you can see. It start right here at the low of this area here. Let's draw it in the zone. Okay, that's the zone. Okay, the zone of this. It's there. It's dancing. If it break that, then yeah, then you can get up into 52.75, and then potentially we'll test the next area 54, 55, and then close that gap at 55.5. Okay, so there's potential 10% move, but it's a lot of hurdle to run, to skip over, to jump over to get there. So I'm not chasing it here. Not a chance. Talking of dog, that's Intel. I don't hate it here. I don't like it here. It's a do nothing. It's terrible. It will take a long time. Okay, this company will take a long time to heal. It's I they need. I don't know what will. I just don't see it. I don't see a catalyst that somehow will right this super tanker. Okay, it's what product do they have in line? What do they have? Do they have the next AI chip that can compete with Nvidia? No. Is the PC market rebounding? Given how the economy could go into a recession or in a recession already, is it no? Whatever. Okay, I can't even fathom any kind of rebound there for Intel. It is what it is. Um, Workday earning was actually is okay. Nothing great, but it bounced hard, and of course CRM follows suit. If you have CRM, it's would be wise to trim here. All right, it would be wise. I did not. I had an order in slightly above where it is right now. 267. Okay, so it's almost got there. So I'm leaving that order there. Basically, that's basically the gap. Fill the gap. Okay, it's 267.77. I think that's where my order is. Okay, so it almost got there once, twice, and three, four times. So if it get there, I will sell some. But yeah, it's getting toppy. But I do, with workday earning looking good, we can see something much more. Okay, so we'll see. No rush. All right, let's move on. Pharma, pharma. FV still doing good. Crawling up there. If you have it, congratulations. If you wonder where to sell next, for sure 201. Yeah. If you have some, sell it up there. Stop maybe to 20. It's a long way down, but it is what it is. Okay. It's look, when FV have a boss move, okay, the 20 has been a good support. That's why this is one of the things that I hate about using stop. It works, but not all the time. So imagine if you have a stop at using the 20 here. Okay, you're riding it, you're like, oh, it trigger. Whoops, you miss another 15%. Okay, and then up here you say, oh, I miss. No, I'm not gonna have my stop. I'm gonna be greedy. Wrong. Okay, so you do what you have to do. Stay disciplined. Okay, so I would say use the stop. You can always buy it back. Pfizer in the consolidated range. Nothing here to be fearful. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it tested the 100. It tested the 200. It bounced. It's sitting on the 50. That's fine. Okay, this is the first inning of a multi-year downturn. Nothing to be in a hurry. Okay, it's a super tanker. VRTX, which I like. I did trim. Okay, I did trim when it filled the gap here. Yeah, you betcha. I trim. What would I do? Would I buy more at 465 down to 460? Yeah, I would. But if I get back into the 491 range, I'm trimming again. Okay, it's I will keep throwing out orders out there every time it get there, and then if it break it, then I will try to sell out at the all-time high. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm all out on Eli Lilly. If you have it, I would say it's time to go. Okay, what a move! What a move! Okay, sure. I thought this was done on this. I thought testing this white line was it. Wrong. Another 10%. Impressive. Okay, but it's time to go. Let's see. I like JSK. I bought some, and it, poof. Yeah, it's testing the gap. Okay, it is right where the gap down was. So I'm watching it closely. Would I trim at the gap fill? If I see 44 and above, I'm out. Okay, boy, did I. Well, I'm glad I bought. I wish I bought more. I had more orders in. It never get to the order I bought here, and then I have a bunch of order at 38 and below, a bunch of them, and it never touched it. It went as low as 38 something. I think lowest was 38, 32. Yeah, my order was 38 and down. Yeah, it didn't happen. I put those order in back here. okay, and got some share, and I held on to every single share on this move up, and they will be looking to exit soon. I'm watching it closely. Let's see what's next. Before I go, let's talk bio on this sector. Viking riding the channel high. Nothing here to chase. Okay, look. Need I say more? Okay, it's the it's I like I said, it's nothing to be, you know, this happen every time. Okay, it's every pop. Okay, look. Okay, I just show you that. Let's zoom in on the last time it popped to the channel high. Want to see? 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 Look, pop, big volume, and then decline, and then it filled the gap below. Okay, so does it mean that history will return every single time? We'll see. You know what I mean? It's like I said, go back to the initial big move. Yeah, same thing. Okay, just it is what it is. Biotech, small biotech, easily manipulated with big volume. Okay, easily. It's not rocket science. You ride the wave and you ride it until it stops. Speaking of riding the wave, before I move on to the different sector, I like Biogen here. Okay, I like Biogen here. I think it could be a nice move here. Sure. The last time I trade Biogen was on this. Okay, we talked about that way back a few months back. And then of course I got out on up here. This is very clear, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times can you test that? Okay, it's the regret holders are strong. um, but given the setup that we have here, it could be a breakout of a down channel and change direction. Okay, this is a multi-year, okay, multi-year channel. So channel high, channel low, channel high, come down to major multi-year bottom and bounce. I was hoping that it would come down on the market flash crash 2 weeks ago. I was hoping to buy, but it didn't. But that's fine. If it's a breakout out of this downtrend, the channel low, channel high, up or down channel, then yeah, I think it can move. It can run back to the infamous 236 237 range. Okay, so yeah, there's a potential 10-15% move there. You know me, I like that 10 to 15% move. All right, let's move on to banks. Meh, nothing here to chase. Okay, nothing here to chase. It's if you have it, trim Goldman Sachs into the all-time high. Yeah, I got out of WFC. I have a small position I bought down here. Okay, on this dump into the 200, I bought it, and of course it dumped more. I thought about buying more, but I did not, and I got out. Make money. It's done. It's over with. Schwab. Um, for those that bought on this gap fill dump, congratulations. I already have 400 shares here. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, I don't need any more. I was hoping to sell some puts and put spread. It didn't happen, but I took the bounce and sold some cover calls, and all 4 cover call expire, and I collected, I think, on average 40 cents. Not bad, not bad. So I think I did okay, because I can't complain on booking $160 on cover calls. um, I did sell some more puts for next week. Okay, I've been selling put spread down here in the 62 and below, and do the cover call 66 and above. Yeah, right now I don't. I think I have 2 cover calls that I sold yesterday at 66, and depending on how it behave, I will sell cover call at 68. And if it get calls away, so be it. Okay, trade the range. But I do like Schwab. I don't hate it like a lot of people, but I'm playing the TLT trade there. It's TLT heal, Schwab will heal along with it. Bank of America, I have nothing there, but if you have it, it would be wise to trim. Yes, everything trade very TA wise. Okay, so it's nothing here so far. Everything that you see, everything is at some kind of support or resistance, right? It's not like there's not that many stocks for the past 45 minutes that you see meander in kind of like middle zone. Okay, so staying with financial, Visa, I have added Visa here. Okay, when Visa was below 260 down to 256, I didn't buy anything at the low. Okay, I think the lowest I bought was like 255, I believe, 255 something. I never got as low as 252 ish. But I did have order in. I bought right here on this day. That's when I bought. Okay, 258 was when I bought, and then I at below 258 ish. Okay, and would I sell up here? I have not. I don't care to trim any of my Visa the past week or two. If anything, I added, okay, on the dump. Anything, whenever I see below 260, I have orders in there at 258 and below. So whenever you see Visa come down to 258 and below, just know I'm adding. Would I trim 272? Right now, I think my order is at 273, but depend on, I will revise it down every week, because where the channel is, this down channel, gotta respect the channel. Okay. Ideally, I like to see it go up there before the channel catch up to the 100 MA down in the 270 range. So yeah, I would love to see it get up to 272.7. I think my order is at 273, because as of last week, that channel was up there 273. So I'm gonna revise it later before Monday. But yeah, it's I will trim some for sure. I'm not gonna trim all. I will trim some, and then of course up here, if there is a breakout, okay, then I would trim more at 281 ish. All right, let's talk energy and then gold to end. Okay, USO, nah, I'm not touching it. Okay, I'm not touching oil, energy. The good news is we have a week left, and let's say oil was start the month down here, or depending on when. Let's see, up here, down here, up there. Okay, up there, 8-1, done that. So we basically didn't do much as far as the number, depend on where it is. So it would not hurt CPI. Plus, if you look back to a year ago, it's basically flat year over year. Okay, so yeah, it's nothing. I'm not concerned. Okay, I'm not concerned about energy. speaking of energy, NG, natural gas is also weak again. Okay, there was a turnaround, and then there's a weakness. So let me look. I have not even looked, but is it mean? Yeah, is it a surprise that Chesapeake kind of come down a little bit there? Yeah. I'm not adding, but I'm holding. CTRA, same thing. Okay, they move with natural gas. Okay, it will bounce, but not right now. CVX, more attractive oil play compared to Exxon or Oxy, but I wouldn't buy it here. Would I buy it down here? Yeah, I had an order in at the 52-week low. It almost got there. I don't mind missing it. Okay, it's not a sector that I care to be big in as far as energy, given my take on the economy. Okay, it's not. Oxy, same thing. Okay, when I come down to it, my worry on Oxy, even though it is attractive here at 57, is Warren Buffett. Okay, he was buying last year, and between 2022 and 2023, he was buying Oxy hand over fist, 58 and below. And given where Oxy was this past 2-3 weeks, and we have not heard any peeps out of him buying more Oxy, I'm not sure I want, I'm not sure I want to stick my head in there, and then in a few weeks we hear, oh, Warren Buffett has reduced his Oxy holding by 20 billion. Who knows when he could be selling here? Who knows? But I just don't want to be riding that down wave. Okay, people rode the Warren Buffett up wave, and when he exit, there is a down wave. It will be a buy after the down wave is done. But for now, stay away. Stay away. Last on my energy is Schlumberger. I like. I like Halliburton too. Down here. Okay. Would I buy more? Yeah, I would buy, but it need to come down here. Okay. No rush. No rush. Why? October sell off. Okay. October tax loss selling is coming. Okay. So we don't need to stick our head deep into Schlumberger. But if there is deep weakness in Schlumberger in October, which is not very far away, in 6 weeks we're gonna start to see tax loss selling happen for the entire month of October. Okay, let's not talk about as if like, oh, it happened the first week, the second week, the third week. No, once October is on the book, the calendar, the big boy is gonna start to look for a place to harvest loss. So depend on the unison of how they behave, things can go bad, real bad for a lot of year-to-date losers. Okay, so just if you didn't learn from last year, learn it. All right, before I go, let's talk gold. This is Barrick Gold. Um, One of the better one as far as gold miner. All right. I'm not gonna chase it here, but if I was to buy individual gold, I think it's gonna be either Barrick or Newmont. Both are, as you can see, 52-week high. Okay, they were both red hot. Okay, it's the mistake I make with this sector was betting on FNV, which I completely exit. Okay, I'm glad I did because I think it's easier to buy GDX over FNV. I bought FNV because of the trouble in Panama. I was hoping it can be resolved in favor of FNV and the other stakeholders, but no, Panama closed down the mine. They want to protect the environment. It's their country, and no, and that's why FNV was weak. And I think my average exit was like 121 ish because I had a cover call that I close it out and then I blow out the share at like 120 something. And so yeah, I'm fine. It make money. It make less money than I wanted to. I make more money with GDX. Looking good. I got like 200 share call away at an average price of about 39-ish because I wrote the cover calls at 38.5, which is fine. I turn around and sell naked puts at 38 and 38.5, and yeah, would I outright buying the share at 37 at the 20 MA? The answer is yes. Would I buy big on a dump to the channel low and the 100 MA? Absolutely. Okay, I did that last time. The last time that I had a cover call that got called away was right here. Okay, I wrote cover calls at 38, and with luck and timing, I was able to buy back all of those shares and more on this dump here. So I'm banking that the opportunity will happen. Sure, would I let the share assign at 38.5 and 38 if it pull back? Yeah. But would I buy a lot at 35.5? Yes. The answer is yes, 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 yes. Okay. GLD. Nothing to worry here. Okay. Would I trim? I trim here a very small amount. I did. Okay. Just to be disciplined. Would I buy at the 20? The answer is yes. If I see GLD 226, would I sell? I did sell put spread at 220, and I think I did 220, 215. Okay, so it's a no-brainer. If I see 220, 219, you betcha I'm buying. I'm buying a lot. Okay, so yeah, I don't mind buying a lot more GLD. And that's it for today. Before I go, next week, econ data, nothing really. Yeah, jobless claim, of course, Thursday. The big econ data that will move the market the most is going to be the first week in September, right after Labor Day. That week will be the week that have more impact on Powell decision to cut 50 bips or 25 bips. We have unemployment rate, we have payroll, we have all those things, all the things that matters to Powell. Of course, the second week of September before the Fed meeting and the rate cut, you have the CPI. There is no reason at this point to think that the CPI is not going to go lower. The only question is how much lower. I think it's going to go down to 2.7, as I stated in the previous video. Okay, I think it's going to come down to 2.7. And if the unemployment rate is, the last unemployment rate was 4.3%, which freaked out the market, triggered the sum rules, and then the next week after that, we heard all kind of people talk about the sum rule, the end of civilization is here. And then we have a bunch of people come out and say, oh, it didn't really trigger, they debunk it, it's off by, if you go by 3 decimal point, it really didn't trigger yet, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The first week of September, if the unemployment rate is 4.1% or higher, it was 4.3% last month. Many experts come out, including Miss Sam herself, talking about, oh, that number could be wrong. She even debunked herself. Nonsense. Soft, weak, typical unaccountable government official. You name a rule, people name a rule after your rule, and then you come out debunking yourself with nonsense. Um, you know, part of the argument that people had was, oh, back to school is going to happen in August, and that unemployment number is going to change. We'll see. But like I said, if that number is 4.3, if that number stays the same, 4.3, 4.2, even if they come down to 4.1, because the expert that claimed that back to school or the college kids returning to campus will lower the unemployment number, anything above 4.0 is going to raise the average of the 3 months. And all the people that try to debunk the sum rule because it was off by x000 whatever number, because if you go whatever, that argument will go away, that debunking will go away if the unemployment rate is 4.1% or higher. So I think depend on that number. If that number is 4.3%, if that number does not go down, if that number debunk college student returning to campus will low, if that number is 4.3%, God forbid it go higher. If that number is higher than 4.3%, we will have a sell-off. Okay, that's my prediction. Okay, between now and then, I think the market might drift higher, melt higher, crawl higher, however you want to name it. But if that number is higher, if the unemployment rate is higher than 4.3%, I think you're gonna have a market sell-off again. Could be, another downdraft to the test the low of last month or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, because it will signal that the economy is really weak. And that would be the indication that Powell will go 50 bips. Anything else, I can see Powell going 25 bips. Okay, like I said, we had to go econ data day by day, week by week. You just can't. That's why anyone that thought Powell's going to say something and indicate whether it's 50 or 25 bips yesterday is pure nonsense. He can't. He can't. Okay, I understand. I hate him. I think he's a clown. But at the same time, I understand why he can't say anything beside we are on a path to cut rate in September. That's fully expected. Anything else is impossible for him to say. So we'll see. To me, you hear it here. If it's 4.3% or higher in September, first week, we will have a sell-off, because all the people that debunk that we're not in a recession, we're not going into the recession, the sum rule didn't really trigger, all of that argument will get flush. Okay, and there is no more, there will not be any more doubt that we are heading into a recession if that number is 4.3% or higher. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.